Welcome back. We're making a quick stop over here in Enconomia before going off to do Cloud Retainer's story quest. Thanks to some helpful advice, I'm gonna talk to the librarian shade again, see if we can't find the location of that last book. Hello, Emma. The last librarian. Is there anything you'd like to know? Hey, yeah, there it is. Let's see, the one I need left is the Serpent and Drakes of Tokoyokoku, I believe. According to the loan records, this was borrowed by an envoy from Narukami Island. I doubt we're getting this one back, honestly. I think he said he'd go back and turn this into a novel or something like that. Huh. So it's actually not even in Enconomia. And if he's turning it into a novel, well, I can think of one place to go. Hello, publishing house. That's a world quest here. It's a bunch of them. I will have to come through and just do all of these, but yeah. Other priorities right now.
The
Kuroda.
new book from Yae Publishing House is out. Come take a look.
Yeah, do you have you know, a really, really old book? I'm talking hundreds of years, if not more. Greetings, welcome to Yae Publishing House. Maybe you have something to buy. Ooh. Well. The Serpent and Drakes of Tokoyokoku. Don't mind if I do. A novel based on Watatsumi Island's folk tales. I'm not sure how much they're actually folk tales and how much they're actually history. The original edition of this text was transcribed on Watatsumi Island and brought back to Narukami Island by a merchant while the former serpent god yet lived. Oh, wow. So that was, yeah, I guess that makes sense. I want to say they ascended to the surface around the time that the serpent god went to die. I'm just thinking that I should probably purchase all of these. Flowers for Princess Fischl. Oh my god. The preliminary volume of the Flowers for Princess Fischl series. This work originally came in a violet and black wooden box as a limited edition gift, but many hardcore fans of the series who wanted to collect the whole saga were enraged by the great amount of content versus the small number of copies printed. Due to this, Yae Publishing House would name this book Volume 0 and sell it separately. Eventually, the original work, the boxed collector's edition, and Volume 0 would all come to be regarded as standard by fans. Please tell me we have the rest of the series. Pretty please, Kitsune Guji. Is that about Yae herself? A popular light novel in Inazuma, which tells the story of the good-for-nothing shogun and the good-at-everything Kitsune Guji. Was this approved by the shogun? Man, Yae really likes to push her boundaries. Well, she can get away with it as, you know, shogun's first friend. I would say only, but I think we might qualify now. Traveler and Paimon. The novel is the same collection as Shogun Almighty, reborn as Raiden with unlimited power, but not by the same author. What they share in common, however, is their popularity. I remember that one. I'm pretty sure that's the one we showed the Shogun. I gotta purchase that too. Oh, shoot. I can actually read all of... Oh, the Teyvat travel guide for Inazuma. I've been wondering when I would get that. Makes sense that it's here. I mean, I could afford to just buy all of these right now. Don't know why they only have the 10th and 11th volumes of Hex and Hound. None can live and still obtain release. I should just stuff that nosy pupper yapper of yours. Woof, woof. That day, the young maiden gave her loyal dog something precious. Huh. New Chronicles of the Six Kitsune Prologue. Is this about Guji as well? Stories about memories are always closely intertwined with transience. This book is not all new, but is an adaptation of Urakusai's Chronicles of the Six Kitsune. Oh. So, a retelling? The story of the Black Fox Itaru is actually the third volume in the original Urakusai's Chronicles. It appears at the front of this edition due to the writer's personal preference. Oh, fair enough. I'm not going to read all of these right away. Like I said, I need to make sure I do the Cloud Retainer quest so that I can actually have time to do all the Lantern Ride event. There's probably at least 3 episodes, plus 1 for the minigames and stuff, I would think. Princess Mina of the Fallen Nation. There's only one fallen nation we know of. I don't think Watatsumi counts since that wasn't fallen so much as relocated. Of course, this could just be straight up fiction without any inspiration from reality. Excellent. Alright, let's turn these back in. And then, well, you know what's next. Emma? Ah, it's you. I mean, I wasn't expecting anything. Or anything. I mean, I would think you were expecting your books back. How are things going with the unreturned books? Show Emma the 5 books you collected. You got them all! These 4 books are the ones I'm looking for, yes. But what's with this copy of The Serpent and Drakes of Tokuyokuku? I don't know how to tell you this, but the original is long since destroyed, probably. It doesn't have the unified cover that our collection uses, and I can't read a word of it. Oh. Oh, right. Whoops. Well, we actually can't read your script, but we can confirm that this is the right book. Really? You're not just trying to trick me, are you? I mean, I'm not trying to make life hard for you, but I think I might get another anxiety attack. Could you tell me what this book is about? You tell Emma about Watatsumi Omikami's victory over the Baptismal Vishap. That is the story of this book, yes. Well, if you say so, I'll believe you. Ah, now that all the books are back, it's like a weight has been lifted off my back. Guess I won't have to look after that deep-sea spirit herb after all. You know what? I've decided that when I get up above the surface, I'm going to become a master of raw fish dishes. Ooh. Well, I regret not having been able to try your dishes. After tomorrow, though actually I don't think you ever made it back since your shade is here. After tomorrow, come look for me on Watatsumi Island. I'll show you what I can do. Do you make raw fish dishes often, Emma? Not really. Haven't touched a kitchen knife in my life, really. Oh. Never mind, I'm not so sad that I haven't tried your dishes then. But I'm the only one who has read a lot of books about Narukami Island cuisine. You might even consider me the first person in Byakuyakuku to know about the thing they call sashimi. Sashimi's fine. I do prefer sushi, though. Yeah. The rice really makes it more complete to my personal palate. Like nigiri specifically. Though rolls are fine too. Just be careful not to cut yourself, alright? Huh. I I won't argue with you further. I'll let my cooking do the talking. Just you wait. All right then. Please help me put the books back on the shelf, that shelf over there. Will I be able to finally read them? What shelf? Oh, that shelf. This one. Return the above. Yes. Huh. Strange. What did that do? Oh? I can read these now? I mean, she's gone. Oh, and Asili is here. That was definitely not here before. Oh, wait, I'm in a different room. The entrance is gone. Oh, hello.
I shall treasure this good fortune.
Well, what a lovely picture that was. Don't mind me, Sealy. I'm just making sure there's nothing else really good in here. Where'd you go? Oh, hello. Not that I need any more of you. I feel like I have far too many key sigils as it is. More than I could ever need. Still curious about whether there's more of them than there are locks to unlock with them. There you are, Sealy. Oh, she's still here. I took the books back, sorry. Ah.
I shall treasure this good fortune.
Nice. Well, I guess that's that. And it is time to go off to see Cloud Retainer. There we are. Mount, was it Outsang, I believe is how we say it. Dangerous Flora. Nah, Flora's not dangerous. She's nice. Cloud Retainer. Oh, hey. I guess that's the new area. Yeah. And I was correct. It does connect the two. It makes sense. It really does make sense. I would expect eventually all this maybe to be filled in, but, well, maybe not. I wonder if that's... I think that's Fontaine we saw in that building way in the distance.
Right outside her place.
Wow. Sudden change of day.
Do you still remember the first time we came here?
Oh, yeah.
We even brought offerings and everything.
Yes, we did. And Cloud Retainer was nice in her own way. At least compared to the one bird that I forget the name of.
And when we told her that Rex Lapis had been assassinated, she immediately threatened
Yeah.
to squash Liyue Harbor.
Yeah, she did.
Paimon thought she'd be impossible to get along with. But now that we've spent some more time together, she's really not like that at all.
I mean, it was an understandable reaction. I mean, we told her that Zhongli had been assassinated. I can understand the anger with the humans, if that was actually true. Granted, it wasn't, but...
We probably don't need to bring any offerings now that we've gotten to know her pretty well, right? Still, Paimon's got some snacks around here somewhere, so if she really wants something, we can just use that.
Wow, Paimon. You would give up your snacks for her. That is so sweet.
Huh? Traveler, did something catch your eye?
Wow, it's... Don't think we've ever seen her before. Oh, we're seeing her human form, are we?
Whoa, what a pretty lady.
Oh, yeah.
Is she also here to visit Cloud Retainer?
That is Cloud Retainer. And it looks like she's with the other bird, whose name I forget. Or that could just be a regular bird, I guess. Seems like she could also be a powerful adeptus.
Yeah, you're right. All it takes is one look and
Squirrel.
you can tell she's someone special.
Aw.
As expected of that bird lady, really. She must have a whole bunch of Adepti friends from all over the country.
Yeah. I guess we've never seen any of the Adepti human forms except for, well, actually we've seen a lot of human looking Adepti, but of the ones that normally go around as animals, we haven't really seen any of them except for Madame Ping. I guess, I don't know. Zhongli's actual Adeptus form, I think, was a dragon.
Okay, but if we're both friends of Cloud Retainer, then we're basically friends by association, right?
I suppose.
Want to go up to her and say hello?
Yeah. Who knew you were such a social butterfly, Paimon?
Helping you make more connections is a part of Paimon's job as your reliable guide. Paimon's got this.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Like the squirrel.
Hello.
Hello.
Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler.
Someone's a little nervous, Paimon. Paimon, just say everything in a nice, even tone.
Paimon doesn't think we've met, but we're also friends of Cloud Retainer. May we have the pleasure of learning your name, Madam Adeptus?
You two...
Aw. Embarrassed or upset that we don't recognize you?
What is this tomfoolery? Has a shift in form so clouded your eyes that you no longer recognize one anymore?
Yeah. That is definitely Cloud Retainer. Even refers to herself as one.
Wait, you're...
Cloud Retainer?
Huh? You're the illuminated bird? But you look... human!
Yeah.
How did that happen?
I think all the Adepti can look human. They just don't bother because, I mean, why would she normally want to change her majestic crane-like form?
Oh, donning human form is scarcely any test of one's abilities. As for your confusion, one merely had no reason to indulge such inclinations before.
I feel like there is one good reason to do so. So you can drink tea and stuff. I think that'd be really hard with a crane beak.
So, you're indulging now because?
Well, one has made plans to pay a visit to some disciples at Liyue Harbor.
Ah.
Taking on a human form for such a trip is simply a way to make matters less conspicuous.
It is. That's fair. Though you are far from inconspicuous with that look. But I suppose you're talking about those Shenhe, maybe Yanfei. Those would be the two main ones who are consistently in Liyue Harbor, I think. Actually, Shenhe doesn't usually stick around Liyue Harbor. At least she didn't used to. I suppose that might have changed with our intervention.
You? Worrying about keeping a low profile? You're the one who likes to pop up out of nowhere all over the place.
I mean,
Paimon can think of several examples. Like last
Yeah.
year, when you suddenly appeared on the top of a roof without any warning. Or...
she did. I think you're talking about when we were on the Shenhe quest, Paimon. Feels like Cloud Retainer has her reasons, but doesn't want to discuss them too openly. I almost forgot. Paimon brought you some gifts. Yeah? Yes, she did.
Hey, didn't we agree not to bring that up unless she asked?
Paimon, I thought you were being generous and giving her your snacks. I guess you really didn't want to. And no, we never agreed to that.
Oh? So you have taken care to follow the proper rules of etiquette after all. Most commendable.
Thank you. Not sure what snacks Paimon prepared for you, though. Her tastes are probably not quite as refined as yours. Cloud Retainer tries but fails, still looking different as Paimon begrudges.
Well,
Oh my god.
this is all Paimon's got. You don't mind, right?
Oh, Paimon.
One has never found oneself lacking in basic comforts. On the contrary, it is the gesture that one values above all
Aw,
else.
that's good.
So long as you've shown proper respect and consideration, The quantity or quality of the gift is but a trivial matter.
True, true. It is the thought that counts, in other words.
That kinda makes Paimon feel a little guilty for trying to keep them for herself.
You should.
Anyway, where were we before you reminded Paimon about the gifts?
Cloud Retainer said that she's going to visit some of her disciples. I don't remember Yanfei actually being one of her disciples, but it would make sense. I could have sworn Yanfei was more Madame Ping's disciple. Yeah, Shenhe's the only one I know for sure is a disciple of Cloud Retainer. Maybe Ganyu. She's also got a special outfit for the lantern right after all.
Ah, right. So by disciples, you must mean Ganyu and Shenhe.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there we go.
It's also been a while since we last saw them. Maybe we can come too.
I really like this statue of you, Cloud Retainer.
One planned to extend the invitation even if you had not raised the matter yourself. Shenhe and Ganyu should be quite pleased to see you again.
I will be pleased to see them again. Ganyu, do you have a story quest I haven't done yet? Probably. I should probably do that.
However, one would first inquire as to the reason behind your visit here. You have cause to seek one's company?
No reason in particular. We just like hanging out with the illuminated bird. You are smart, good conversation, kind of funny in your own way.
Yeah, we just found ourselves missing you and wanted to see how you were doing. We were hoping you'd tell us one of your stories. Who knew we'd run into your human form while we were at it?
Yeah. Want to sit down for some tea? Or are you in a rush?
Is that so?
It is.
If there are no urgent matters at hand, then let us make haste for Liyue Harbor. Ganyu is likely still working at Yuehai Pavilion, so that shall be our first stop.
Sounds good to me. Although, don't you think she's more likely taking a nap?
Sounds great! Then let's all go to Liyue Harbor!
Actually, I guess it was the opposite, wasn't it? She's always constantly tired. She doesn't take her proper naps. It's been a while since we saw her last. Like, possibly over a year, actually.
Ganyu has been quite busy with work as of late.
Yeah.
One can count on one talon the number of times she returns to Mount Outsong each year.
Aw, you're getting
Shenhe
lonely.
has also secured employment recently.
Oh, good.
In her correspondence with me, she wrote that she shall have no need to return for the foreseeable future.
Poor Cloud Retainer.
Do they think one was so easily mollified? One shall investigate everything with one's own eyes and decide for oneself if their living conditions are satisfactory.
She's a mom. Worried about her kids, isn't she? Yeah. That's sad though. I guess they are, well, leaving the nest, so to speak, and Cloud Retainer isn't ready for that. Aw. Don't worry, we'll come and visit you, Cloud Retainer, anytime you want. Now, what is this? An elegantly assembled mysterious mechanism. For some reason, it is hard to keep your eyes off of it. It appears to be one of Cloud Retainer's new inventions, but it's hard to tell what it could be used for. Kidding. Cloud Retainer, anything to say? No? Sure? Alright. Guess let's head off to Yuehai Pavilion. Actually, before we do that, I'm gonna make some more wishes for her. 13 more wishes, to be exact. Probably not gonna get her. I don't think we're gonna make it anywhere near Pity. But damn it, I'm hoping to get lucky. I think I've gotten lucky once. Technically, maybe twice before. First with Eula and second with, recently with I forget who, actually. So that might have actually been in Star Rail. I forget. Excellent. Farzan. Can't remember if she's actually any good or not. And nothing. Fair enough, fair enough. Even if I don't get her, I won't be sad because I did manage to get my Nahida. And that's what really matters, isn't it? Oh. Ah, Favonius Greatsword. Don't think I've given that to anyone. Oh shit! 5-star. What are we getting?
I am Jean, the Dandelion Knight, requesting approval to join your party. From this day onwards, my honor and loyalty lie with you.
Jean! Good to see you. Finally got you, huh? Nice. Not sure, I know you're Animo. I'm not sure what kind of role you have. I've never actually done your trial before. Cool. Well. Another 4-star immediately. 454, huh? Ooh, another Kuki Shinobu. Nice. I think she's... I don't know if that's C5 or 6 or what, but I feel like she's probably close to complete. Let's see. Oh, well. A little over halfway now, I guess. Still nice. The normal charged or plunging attacks of the character affected by Shinobu's Grass Ring of Sanctification hit opponents. A Thunder Grass mark will land on the opponent's position and deal AoE electro damage based on 9.7% of her max HP. Up to once every 5 seconds. Hey, nice. Don't mind if I do. Her C6 is... I guess it's nice. But, you know, it's a nice emergency button, but she really shouldn't be dropping her HP that much anyways. So actually, hold on. I'm thinking... Because, Farina's skill drops people's HP. So that actually might synergize well with her. The elemental mastery portion of that. Nice. Overzealous intellect. And Grace's, presumably that's her skill's duration. 6 seconds, so that's nice. Or, actually no, is that her burst? Yeah. Oh, wow. That is quite nice. So it was at 12 seconds, down to that 18 seconds. Yeah. That's actually fantastic. And here we have Jean. What do you do? Focusing the might of the formless wind around her blade, Jean. You know what? Let me just pull you out and see. Shall we? Shortly.
Blade embrace.
I like your cape, you know that? Or, well, it's not quite a cape, but overcoat. Okay. Oh, not too bad of a cooldown on that. And it does hold charge. It looks like you can aim it. Interesting. So what does that do? Gale Blade. Focusing the might of the formless wind around her blade, Jean releases a miniature storm, launching opponents in the direction she aims at, dealing massive animo damage. Are you a DPS then? Like a primary? She holds the cost of continued stamina consumption. Jean can command the whirlwind to pull surrounding opponents and objects toward her. Oh, cool. Toward her front, specifically, which is good. Direction can be adjusted. Character is immobile during skill duration. Nice. That which follows Jean, the wholehearted defender, is a guardian wind that can banish danger from her comrade's presence. So it does good damage, and this is just level 1 as well, so... With a not bad cooldown at all. But her burst... Is that healing? I see. Calling upon the wind's protection, Jean creates a swirling dandelion field, launching surrounding opponents and dealing animo damage at the same time. She instantly regenerates a large amount of HP for all party members. The amount of HP restored scales off of her attack. Oh, good. So she's not dual scaled, which is always appreciated. Dandelion Field continuously regenerates HP of characters within the AoE and continuously imbues them with animo. Oh. Animo imbued, huh? Interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Deals animo damage to opponents entering or exiting the Dandelion Field. Oh, cool. Jean's magnanimity is as vast as the Dandelion Fields, and it is the root of her wish to protect others. I feel like I should pair her with Klee. You know, so someone's keeping an eye on her properly. Then again, that would be limiting Klee's fun. Which would probably be a shame. Good burst damage, nice. Even the entering exiting isn't terrible. Not great, but it's, you know, it's just a little bit extra. Hard to say how, actually, I could see what her, no, I can't. Can't see what her attack is going to be. Shoot. Still. Seems like it's probably pretty good. Pretty expensive, though. With a pretty long cooldown. Oh. Her normal attacks have a 50% chance to regenerate HP equal to 15% of her attack for all party members. So she's more of a healer and a sub DPS maybe? But, I mean, she needs to be on the field to do damage for the most part. At least with her skills, so... I don't know. And, ooh, using Dandelion Breeze will regenerate 20% of its energy. That's nice. That's quite nice. It helps reduce that cost quite a bit. Well, I will certainly train you up, Jean. Now that I have you, maybe I should really do your character quest. Try you out a bit. You know, fully powered or mostly powered. I heard some drums in the distance for a minute. But they seem to be gone now. Well, I've, since this is a Liyue thing, I've decided to switch back to a Liyue-based team. With Hu Tao. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Didn't just drop to my death.
We're almost at Way High Pavilion. Hey, do you think Ganyu will be shocked to see Cloud Retainer like this?
I don't know. Cloud Retainer, has she ever seen your human form?
Guess we have no idea if Shenhe and Ganyu have ever seen her in this form before. Wait, where did she go?
Oh no. She's like Batman, isn't she? Maybe she'll turn back into a bird? She's back there.
Why are you just standing there, Cloud Retainer?
I mean, what do you want her to do? Sit there, Paimon?
Quietly now. One shall stay here. You two can go and meet with her.
Cloud Retainer, are you embarrassed?
But why? Isn't it better if we all go together?
Yeah.
If one were to proudly proclaim one's presence, Ganyu would surely profess herself otherwise unoccupied and drop everything to attend to one's visit.
Fair.
One fears that would only result in her staying up all night to make up for lost time.
And, oh, there she is. And she won't get the rest she needs. Poor Ganyu.
One does not wish to trouble her. Conversing vicariously via you two shall suffice. Do remember to inquire as to her recent well-being.
Of course.
Again, do not mention one's presence here.
Cloud Retainer, I know you really want to see her. I know you're worried about her health and well-being. But you should think about yourself too a little bit. It's no need for you to be lonely.
Fair enough. Makes sense. All right, then. We'll just pass on your regards and...
Cloud Retainer?
And there it is. So she had seen that before. Quick, Cloud Retainer, move a little to the left. Hide behind the tree. Or behind one of those pillars.
Oh, busted.
It's probably for the best, Paimon.
Is that lady someone you know, Ms. Ganyu?
You could say that.
She is indeed. I'm sorry, Huixin, but could we delay the upcoming meeting for a little bit? I believe my schedule today is quite full. Although, perhaps I could move some work to later in the evening.
No. Bad. Still find it funny how she wears a cowbell.
Oh, not to worry, Ms. Ganyu. I'll make the necessary arrangements right away.
Thank you, Huixin.
It's been a while, Ganyu.
It really has. When was the last time we saw you? I kind of feel like maybe it was a lantern, right? But it kind of feels like it's been since the Liyue Archon quest, honestly.
Greetings. What brings you here today? And Cloud Retainer, too. It's been quite some time since I last saw you in this form.
Yeah. You know, I always think it looks like there should be like a scrunchie holding her hair into this shape, but there never is.
You are quite mistaken. One is not acquainted with this Cloud Retainer of whom you speak. One is simply a mere mortal passerby.
Oh, Cloud Retainer. You can't fool anyone when you talk exactly like Cloud Retainer.
Huh?
Seems she's not buying it.
Ganyu saw right through her. I mean, if she's seen this form before, Cloud Retainer, she just assumed she wouldn't recognize you?
That was but a simple test.
Of course.
One did not expect you to be able to recognize one so easily, especially after so many years of only seeing one's other form.
Ganyu looks totally bewildered. She's thinking, why wouldn't I recognize you? I used to see you every day. How bad do you think my memory is? Probably something like that. Embarrassed Cloud Retainer, though, or not quite embarrassed. I'm not sure what word I'm looking for, though. Maybe flustered Cloud Retainer. Regardless, is adorable.
But recognizing you is, my responsibility as your disciple.
Fair.
An apt observation. One was simply passing by while attending to some important business.
Oh, of course.
One thought it would only be fitting to pay you a visit while in the area.
Definitely. Certainly didn't come all the way down here just to pay a visit. Never. One would never do such a thing. One isn't lonely, and wanting you to visit more often.
Wait, Paimon wasn't aware of any important...
Good catch, Paimon. Good catch.
Cloud Retainer's right. We've still got something super important to do, so we can't stay here for too long today.
Paimon, you're going to be the death of Cloud Retainer. We do have something super important to do, though. We gotta check up on her other child, Shenhe.
Oh, is that so? But it's been so long since we last saw each other.
Yeah, we should at least stay for tea.
One simply desired to see you and had no intention of interrupting your work. A quick conversation should suffice for today.
It's quick by
A more
Adeptus
involved
standards.
reunion should wait until you find yourself less occupied.
Yeah, but that never happens. Ever. If you wait for her to be less occupied, you'll never see her again.
I understand. That should be fine.
While one acknowledges the amount of work that you have to deal with every day, one must also remind you to rest.
Yes.
Though Adepti blood flows through your veins, excessive exhaustion will still cause grave harm to your body.
I want to meet this cow Adeptus that she has the blood of. But, yeah, no. Listen to Cloud Retainer, please, Ganyu. Exhaustion isn't good for you. And really, what is with the, the Liyue bureaucracy? They should really give you, some staff or you know, just people to help you offload some of your work. Stuff that doesn't have to be you personally. You know, give you a nice, healthy work-life balance.
It still makes one nostalgic to see you as you are now, respected and independent.
Mm-hmm.
When you were young, you oft begged one to cuddle you to sleep when you
Aw.
suffered from nightmares.
Oh. Ganyu, did you suffer from nightmares? Well, with how much she doesn't get to sleep now, I guess that wouldn't be a problem anymore. Wonder how old Ganyu is. She's got Adeptus blood, so you never know. Since Adepti are, well, if not immortal, nigh immortal.
Cloud Retainer, stop!
It's okay, Ganyu. It's okay.
If you insist. We are running short on time regardless, so one will refrain from going into each and every story.
No, please do.
Why don't you continue your conversation? One shall simply stand by and listen.
No. I want to hear these stories about you cuddling little Ganyu. That sounds precious. Discuss some of your recent adventures with Ganyu.
Wow, you've been to so many new places since the last time we spoke.
Yes, we have.
If you ever need anything, please just come find me at miHoYo Pavilion.
Well, if by so many places you mean one place. Maybe two if you count Enkanomiya as a separate place. Or I guess we could count each island individually. So yeah, a lot of new places. Yeah, there we go.
Also, forgive me for my presumptuousness, Cloud Retainer, but if you plan to continue appearing in this form, don't you think it'd be helpful to adopt a human name?
I don't know. I like Cloud Retainer. It's a good name.
A human name? Huh. You raise a valid point. Considering the sheer extent of one's renown, Cloud Retainer is surely too recognizable as a name.
I strongly doubt that, Cloud Retainer. With how much the Adepti are recluses. But it is also, at the same time, a very Adepti name, so it would probably give you away immediately.
You really think so? Not that you're not famous or anything, but that famous?
I mean, let's humor her, Paimon.
You presume to know the extent of one's illustrious achievements.
Never.
One would hardly think such a thing to be possible. Nevertheless, Ganyu's advice cannot be ignored. From this point on, when in public occasions, be sure to refer to one as Shenyun.
Shenyun. If you insist, but I'm gonna probably just keep calling you Cloud Retainer.
Canyon?
I mean, it's a fine name, but Cloud Retainer just more fitting for you. Or Illuminated Bird, how about that?
Ah, I assume that's a reference to the full record of Pristine Pavilion.
Oh, come again?
An Adeptus of years past would rise with the clouds and rest with the moon. They were enlightened and wise, free and unfettered. The writer referenced Master's name to describe her carefree and spontaneous nature.
Oh? Oh, so it is actually about Cloud Retainer?
Oh, that sounds super cool! Paimon feels like only the most powerful of Adepti could rise with the clouds and rest with the moon.
Well, I mean, she is Cloud Retainer, so of course she rises with the clouds. Though, resting with the moon, is that insinuating something about you, Cloud Retainer, and Moon Carver? I'm seeing something hidden between these lines, Cloud Retainer.
Actually, those lines were originally written to describe Cloud Retainer herself.
Yep,
Huh? Wait, so you're really that powerful?
of course she is, Paimon. What did you think? I mean, look at all the gadgets she makes.
And what of it? Did you truly take one to be nothing more than a bird of bigger than average size?
Well, Paimon might have taken you like that. Don't worry, I didn't.
exactly?
Paimon. That's totally what Paimon had in mind.
To be fair, Cloud Retainer rarely speaks of her past accomplishments. The tales of her past can only be found in ancient texts.
Fair enough, fair enough. Yeah. The Adepti haven't really been active in the world of man, in the world of humans, in a long time, right? So, it's not surprising.
It is said that once, a long, long time ago, there was a severe drought in Liyue. Left with no choice, many people left their homes, while others spent day and night praying to the Adepti.
What did you invent to solve this problem, Cloud Retainer?
Although I did not live through such tragedy, simply reading about it is enough to gain a visceral understanding of all the pain and desperation during that time. On top of the drought, a noxious gas also began to spread through the land.
Oof.
If not for Cloud Retainer's efforts, much of Liyue would be nothing more than a barren wasteland today.
Way to go, Cloud Retainer. Was this before the death of... I wish I remembered her name. But you know, the one Adepti that we know died. That you all loved dearly.
The books had this to say about what happened.
Name started with a G, I remember that much. It wasn't Geely.
Upon arrival, the Adeptus borrowed the wind to retain the clouds. Immediately, the clouds gathered together, and abundant rain burst forth from the heavens. Drought and plague were both driven away, and the people were saved.
Well done, Cloud Retainer. Borrowed the wind to retain the clouds. Is that where you got your name? Cloud Retainer.
That's incredible!
It is.
Mortal records add embellishments to dramatize past events.
True.
One did merely with one art. And even if one had not interceded, the other Adepti would surely have stepped in to help.
Maybe. Some of them. Others, probably not.
Even so, you stopped an entire drought! Can you really control the weather like the book said?
Well, it was probably a invention of hers that did something or another.
Oh, Paimon suddenly has a lot more respect for you. So it was Paimon's bad for calling you Illuminated Bird before. You're not too mad, are you?
I mean, she is illuminated, in the sense that she is enlightened. You know, she's a genius in her own right.
How laughable. A name is but a simple label we carry with us on our journey through the world. Why would one be offended by such a trivial matter?
You sure?
That's a relief. In that case, Paimon will continue to call you whatever feels right in the moment.
Don't worry, Paimon. Cloud Retainer probably won't vaporize you.
Well, that is quite enough ancient history for now. Ganyu, have you had word from Shenhe?
And where is she? What was this about a job? What is she doing these days?
One has heard that she procured a job recently. Have you any thoughts on her workplace? And what, pray tell, of her monthly remuneration?
Monthly remuneration?
Moreover, does she find herself overly inundated with work? Is she allowed time off during Lantern Rite?
Oh, she better be.
That is a lot of questions.
I mean, keep in mind, Paimon, Shenhe has just recently ventured back into the mortal realm. You know, amongst her people. Gotta be careful, make sure she's adapting properly.
There is no cause for concern, Cloud Retainer. I introduced Shenhe to her employer personally.
Oh, good. Who is her employer, though, Ganyu?
Wanmin Restaurant's business has been booming recently.
Oh.
So, with Chef Mao being swamped with customers, and Xiangling still off and out in search of new recipes, I introduced Shenhe to staff the restaurant.
Really? Is she like a waitress, or is she helping with the cooking, or just generally taking care of all tasks that they need done? Is Xiangling not going to be here for the Lantern, right? That's a bit sad. Especially after we just saw her, too.
I see. Most excellent indeed. One has had the pleasure of being introduced to that family. Xiangling is kind and astute.
Yes, she
while her
is.
father is loyal and reliable. One has no cause to believe that they will make Shenhe's work difficult.
Yeah, I think she'll be in good hands there. That's nice, though. Yeah, Xiangling is extraordinarily kind.
Now, it is almost time to partake in the victuals of noon. One shall visit Wanmin Restaurant in person and see how Shenhe is doing.
Victuals of... Shanyun, if you want to pass for human, you really got to work on your language. On the other hand, I really don't want to because it's entertaining.
Huh? But didn't you just say that you had something important to do?
Yeah, checking on Shenhe.
Can that wait until after we've eaten?
Good point, Paimon. Can't do important work on an empty stomach.
You may return to your work, Ganyu. One shall see to this matter on one's own. There will be many an occasion to dine together in the future. One is certain the opportunity shall present itself most readily.
Good. Now, Ganyu, you need to make sure to visit Cloud Retainer more than just a couple times a year. She said you could count the number of times on a talon, which, I mean, that's less than a hand even. So, try to make it up there to Outsang. At least once a month, right?
Of course, Cloud Retainer. Please take care. Traveler, Paimon, I'll see you some other time.
Of course, Ganyu. Maybe I'll see you for Lantern Rite. Hey, you got a new outfit ready, right?
See you around, Ganyu! Paimon was pretty quick on the uptake there, don't you think?
Well...
As soon as you mentioned important business to attend to, Paimon realized that you were just looking to cut the conversation short and not take too much of Ganyu's time.
You-
Is Paimon right?
Barely succeeded, Paimon.
No, in fact, it was not an excuse. One is indeed visiting Liyue Harbor for an important purpose.
Yeah, to check on
for
them.
real?
The moment is not yet upon us. Still, the truth will be revealed to you in time.
She really seems to be playing up the whole mischievous Adeptus thing right now.
Sit.
Is it because we just heard that cool story about her powers?
Maybe. Cloud Retainer is a bit theatrical sometimes. A lot of world quests we have here. Showing themselves. I feel like we're gonna accidentally trigger the Lantern Rite. Now, oh, right over here. I do have enough to get one of their outfits, I think. Either Shenhe or Ganyu. Make more sense to do Shenhe since I actually have Shenhe, but maybe we'll wait till we see what they look like in the
You
Lantern
get
Rite.
what I'm saying, right?
What, Wenliu? What, you think Shenhe doesn't belong here or something?
Yeah, how can I not? Not even fine food is enough to distract from the presence of a fine lady, eh?
Okay.
Oh, I'm far more interested in getting her details than ordering any dishes. Hey, how about you ask her?
You might be biting off more than you can chew here, Wenliu.
You do it.
Qingji.
No. I think you should. Wait, she's coming.
But she is quite lovely.
What can I get for you today?
How you doing, Shenhe? Adapting to people well?
Greetings, miss. I was just wondering if you'd be willing to...
What would you like to order?
Being a little aggressive? A little intimidating?
2 servings of more meat to go. Good chat. Bye.
She's actually quite successful in her role, I suppose. Attracting the customers and then intimidating them into purchasing something. I love her pale eyes.
Welcome. It's been a while. May I take your order?
Of course. What do you recommend?
Don't welcome us as guests and greet us as old friends in the same line. It's weird.
Maybe a little. It's been a while, Shenhe.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and this is?
Oh, you've never seen her, this form of hers.
This is Miss Xinyun.
Yes. Someone you know very well.
Master?
Oh, wow, you saw through her.
Huh?
One does not recall ever revealing this form to you before. How were you able to ascertain one's true identity with such ease?
I'm actually impressed. Well, that's Shenhe for you.
I've trained and lived with Master for more than 10 years. I would recognize you no matter what form you take.
No. I was gonna say, didn't Ganyu say something similar, but... No, I don't think she did.
You...
Aww. Oh, Cloud Retainer.
Is something the matter, Master?
Nothing at all. She's just very touched.
Hardly. Hardly. One simply learned of your employment from your letter and came to check on your well-being.
Yeah. You, I mean, like I said, we're a little worried about you. Just making sure you're adapting well.
And check out the great food, too.
Of course. It's not like we need an excuse to visit Wanmin Restaurant, right? Though, it's a shame Xiangling isn't here as well. But now that Shenhe works here, that's another reason to visit.
Indeed. It's almost lunchtime. My apologies. I'm still on the clock and can't talk for very long.
Of course, of course. Fair enough.
Well, if it isn't the traveler in Paimon, are you here for Shenhe?
We are. Can we borrow her for a little bit?
The lunch rush isn't in yet, Shenhe. So I've got things covered for now.
Wonderful.
Go ahead, sit down and enjoy some time with your friends. I'll let you know if things pick up.
Thank you, Chef Mao. You're good too. Like daughter, like father.
Thank you, Chef Mao.
Yeah, we haven't had nearly enough Shenhe recently. We're gonna sit over here. Ah, yes. Paimon, take a seat.
It is just as one expected. The owner of Wanmin Restaurant is indeed a most reasonable and accommodating human.
He is. I mean, what else would you expect from the father of Xiangling?
Still, the work here entails dealing with quite a varied group of people. Has this been difficult for you, Shenhe?
A good question. Xianyun.
It's been manageable so far. I sometimes run into strange people, but I have figured out a way to deal with them.
What is that? Like we saw earlier.
Seems like you've been making progress. So by dealing with them, you mean...
She's not killing them.
First, I try to talk sense into them. If that doesn't work, I threaten them with violence. At this point, they usually decide they are in favor of a civil conversation.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, I guess some things just don't change.
Oh, how should Paimon put this?
Sounds reasonable enough.
Oh, a sensible plan. One is gladdened to see you integrate so well into human society.
And of course, Cloud Retainer would be fine with it. Yeah. I mean, I suppose it really depends on in what way these are quote-unquote weird people. Whether the threat of violence is the correct course or not.
And you, Master? How have you been?
I think she's been lonely, Shenhe. You really do need to make sure to visit her.
Simply marvelous. Though Mount Outsong has scarcely enjoyed your presence recently, one has hardly found the pleasure of one's own company to be lacking.
No need to put on airs, Xianyun. I mean, yes, you can fly, but it doesn't mean you have to put on airs. You're lonely. It is very obvious to all of us. You can just come out and say, would you please visit more often? I miss you.
I see. Oh, just as expected of Master.
I heard that. What she means to say is she actually misses you two a lot. The two of you a lot. She really does.
I have missed Master quite a bit too. Even though work has been busy lately, I've already had a conversation with Chef Mao about taking some time off soon to visit Master.
Oh, good. Look at you being all proactive.
Oh, you did? Do make note of such matters in your letters in the future. There's hardly a need to keep one in suspense.
Oh, God. Cloud Retainer's precious. She is my favorite, I think, of the Adepti. Well, the full Adepti who hadn't been made characters yet, at least.
Whoa. Her mood shot up just like that.
Of course, Paimon.
By the way, Master, since you are in Liyue Harbor, have you had the chance to visit Ganyu?
Yes, we have. We actually just came from there.
Indeed. She is similarly preoccupied with her work. There was time only to exchange a few simple pleasantries.
Yeah, some things never change. We really need to find a way to ease her work for her so she can actually rest and take time off and enjoy life a bit.
Ganyu told us the story of Cloud Retainer's name. It was amazing. We never knew how powerful she was before.
I mean, she did train Shenhe, who was also quite powerful.
I see. In that case, allow me to also share a story about Master's past.
Ooh, do tell.
Oh?
Is that a problem, Master? I believe this to be a good topic of conversation.
I think so.
No, not a problem. One was simply caught off guard. But no matter, please, proceed. One is most curious to see how much of one's own conversational prowess you possess.
One might think a little too highly of her conversational prowess, I think.
Master once participated in a race against Mooncarver. After Mooncarver lost, he insisted that Master's ability to fly gave her a natural edge in such a contest.
Mooncarver coming back up again, Cloud Retainer. I'm telling you, I'm on to you. You and Mooncarver you're a thing.
In response, Master agreed to forego flying in return for being able to use one of her devices in the race.
Ooh,
Mooncarver accepted,
foolish
only to
Mooncarver.
find Master with a brand new device on the day of the contest.
Yeah, that was exceedingly foolish of Mooncarver to allow her to use one of her devices.
Huh. What kind of device was it?
It was a mechanical vehicle made out of iron.
Oh, God.
What was it called again? Oh, an electro-powered bicycle?
Cloud Retainer, you used a motorcycle in this race against Mooncarver. That is mean.
Oh, you refer to the bicyclical Thunder Flashmobile. One spent 49 days conceptualizing and crafting it. It need only be infused with adeptal energy, and it can cover thousands of miles in one day.
Wow. Bicyclical Thunder Flashmobile. Your naming is on point, Cloud Retainer.
Oh, it boggles the mind why Mooncarver ever supposed he might best me in a contest of locomotion. Though he sprinted with all his might, he could barely keep up.
I'm impressed you managed to keep up at all or anything close to resembling it.
Alas, the one flaw of my mechanism lay in its weakness against mountainous terrain. One was thwarted mere seconds from victory, when it was thrown off course and failed to make it across the final stretch. Truly a most unfortunate turn of events.
That is a shame.
Anyway, do go on, Shenhe.
Is a shame. Well, still a most impressive device.
Master, that was the end of that story.
Is that so? Huh. With you gone, one has seldom felt the desire to call upon those old fossils for another contest. What is a race without spectators, after all?
Hey, I'll spectate a race for you. Absolutely, I want to see this bicyclical Thunder Flash mobile.
Have you been lonely, Master?
Exceedingly.
Lonely? Huh. At one's age, entire human generations come and go in the blink of an eye. Even one's own self-directed musings can span several days and nights.
It's okay, Cloud Retainer. You don't have to hide it.
'Tis a most foreign sentiment. The mere mention of it is preposterous.
A new feeling for you, perhaps. No, actually, I don't even believe that. I think you actually did experience loneliness back when, you know, well, maybe not exactly loneliness per se, but something similar when you know who died.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're not buying it. Not even close.
What is the reason for that look upon your face?
We're calling BS on you.
It's nothing. It's just... Well, Paimon gained a lot of respect for you after listening to that story of you summoning the rain and everything. But all it took was a few words out of your mouth, and it's like you're back to being that illuminated bird again.
I mean, she's both. She's both Cloud Retainer, the illuminated bird, Shanyun.
I was just a little bit confused. Which one of the two is the real Cloud Retainer?
Yes.
To me, they are both master. One is the master that's widely revered by the people, while the other is the master that I respect and adore.
Aw, Shenhe.
Huh. One finds oneself exalted yet again with sweet words of praise and flattery of a most extravagant nature. You chose to exalt one with your words, yet you refuse to grace Mount Outsong with your presence for any extended period of time. One would almost question the sincerity of your estimations. This is not to say that your words paint an inaccurate picture. One has always lived by a single ideal. Eschew all action and abide by no rule. One does as one pleases and speaks as one pleases. Others may critique or praise as they see fit, yet one places little weight in such judgments.
No rule at all, huh? Eschew all action and abide by no rule. Interesting.
She got, like, what, 2 sentences of flattery from her disciple, and it's as if her ego is about to burst.
I mean, she's an Adeptus, Paimon. Their egos are always about to burst.
Do you have any empty tables?
Out back. I think it's time for Shenhe to go back to work.
Hey there, could we get another fish stew?
Yeah.
I'm hearing more guests come in. I should get back to work.
Aw, it is a pleasure seeing you again, though, Shenhe. I guess we'll just have to wait for the lantern rite to see more of you, but...
Alright, good luck with the lunchtime rush, Shenhe.
Yeah.
I'll try my best.
I'm sure you'll be great. Try not to threaten too many customers with violence. Takes the opportunity to order a whole array of delicious dishes.
So much yummy food! Paimon's gonna feast!
Paimon, are you trying to break our bank? You know, my Mora is for upgrading friends, not for feeding you. Can you eat this kind of food, Cloud Retainer?
One is fond of all kinds of delicacies and delights in a multitude of flavors.
Oh, good.
The dishes here demonstrate no shortage of culinary skill.
I mean,
Their unique flavor profile has left one more than satisfied.
Good.
In fact, one has been struck by quite the fit of inspiration. One has already begun to conceptualize the next generation of supreme cuisine machines.
Oh, wow. I look forward to your endeavors, your successes. But yeah, I mean, no surprise that there's no shortage of culinary skills since these are the best cooks in all of Liyue.
Everything's so tasty! A bit too hot at times, but still super tasty.
Well, I mean, yes, Xiangling does like her, Joyun, chili peppers.
I'm sorry, miss, but our tables are full.
Ah.
Shall we try somewhere else, Granny?
Oh, who are you? Question mark, huh? Is that Madam Ping?
But it smells so delightful.
Can we really not eat here? My poor legs can't go on for much longer.
Well, you could always check with some of the other guests and see if anyone's happy to share a table.
We'd be certainly happy to share a table with them.
Okay, I'll ask around.
We got space, look at that. More than enough for 2 people. I don't know if we have any chairs, but... Oh yeah, we got 2 chairs.
Excuse me. Would you mind letting us share a table with you? There are no empty tables left, so... Ah, well, Paimon doesn't mind. What about you guys?
Not at all. I don't mind either.
Great! Thanks so much. My name is Shuyu, and this is my granny, Yuendai.
Hello, Shuyu. Hello, Yuendai.
Granny?
Well, yes, Paimon, she's obviously her grandma.
Yep. Is there something wrong with that? No, Paimon's just a bit surprised. She looks so young.
Does she? Paimon. She's clearly a grandma aged.
Yeah, a lot of people compliment Granny on her youthful looks, but she's actually much older than she appears.
I mean, how much older? I mean, it's not like she looks like she's 30 or something. You can see the, Do you two know each other?
Granny? Why don't you take a seat? Come on, it's not polite to stare.
Aw.
Huh. Have we met before?
No.
You sure? Have you met any large, oversized birds who talk all funny?
'Tis a fated meeting, then. Please, take a seat.
What would you like to eat, Granny? I can order for you.
Aw, you're a good little kid, aren't you?
I want braised earthworms. They always pop up out of the ground after a rainstorm.
Are you sure you're not an adepti? Cloud Retainer, is that your normal diet?
No, not this again. Granny, there's no braised earthworms on the menu. Braised earthworms? Well, that sounds weird. Do people actually eat that?
Birds? Birds would eat that. Can't hurt to ask.
Right, that's what Paimon was thinking too. Need any help? Help? Oh, do you mean with Granny?
Yeah.
Thanks, that's nice of you to offer. Granny has pretty bad dementia, so her memory's getting worse all the time. She's always saying things that sound kinda confusing.
Aw. I'm sorry. Well, it's good that you care for her so much, though.
Actually, her memory's been bad ever since I was little. But it's gotten so bad lately that I even have to remind her who I am every morning.
What about your parents? Yeah.
They died young.
Aw.
It's just me and Granny now.
Oh, this took a sad turn.
Oh, but it's okay. Don't feel bad. Granny loves me a lot, and I love her a lot too. Sure, it's hard at times, but you just gotta make the best of the life you've got.
That is very mature of you, Shuyu.
Wow, you're really tough for your age, kid.
Yeah.
You're too kind.
Nah, you're she's right.
And me? Oh, what about me?
What do you say, Paimon?
You're tough too, Granny. Plus, you're really gentle, and you're always there for me.
Aw.
Yes, and it's hardly as if I forget everything. I still remember the important things. Wait, what was that really important thing again?
That you're secretly an Adeptus?
Ah, I remember now. It was a dream. I had a dream where everything was dark. Someone was standing in front of me. She told me to come and find her, and that once I'd found her, I would be free.
Ooh, what?
Huh? That sounds super important. But how come you've never told me about it before?
It was just a dream, so I forgot about it. But I'm in a good mood now, and somehow I remembered it again.
Put in a good mood because you saw Cloud Retainer.
You know, I believe I've had this dream a great many times. But just how many times have I had it? Now that I do not remember.
Wait, so you have a reoccurring dream where someone's talking to you? That sounds spooky. Oh, does that mean you're possessed?
Paimon, no. No. I mean, she has magical powers.
Unlikely. Her eyes are clear and her breathing remains calm and level. One sees no signs of possession.
Yeah. I mean, we could always bring in the expert, Hu Tao, to say for sure, but yeah.
Are you sure?
I trust Cloud Retainer's judgment.
Who do you take me for? Is one not an adept? Am I not an expert?
Almost gave yourself away there, Shenyun.
You're right. Paimon almost forgot you're the expert. In that case, do you still remember what the person in your dreams looked like, Granny?
Did it look like this person here?
Not anymore. Although, I have a sense that she looked rather like me. But not as I am now. My younger self.
I see.
A younger version of Granny? This is just getting weirder and weirder. What is going on here?
Very good question, Paimon. I think she's an adeptus. I mean, I don't want to make any assumptions here, but I have a thought in my mind about who she might be.
As one said, fate must have brought us together. You may leave the situation to me.
Are you sure? So, what are your names? Paimon's Paimon.
And Alice is Alice.
Just Shenyun is fine.
Thank you all so much for offering to help. But first, I'm sorry for asking, but, how do you want us to pay you back?
We don't.
Oh, we don't need any payment for this.
Yeah. I'm just interested in seeing where it goes. We're just curious about your situation and want to help if we can.
Thank you so much.
Aw. You're so sweet, aren't you?
You're welcome. But Miss Shenyun, what exactly can we do to help out this granny? All we have to go off is that dream. Where do we start?
An excellent question, Paimon. Shenyun, you seem to have something in mind.
That is elementary. Since her dreams portray her younger self, then we shall retrace the steps of her youth. Once we have revisited those places, her memories will likely return.
I see. Is one of those places the Geely Fields, out of curiosity?
Sounds like a plan. So, Granny, do you remember which places you went to when you were young?
Why, of course I do. The heavens above, the earth below, the wispy clouds, and the emerald mountain streams.
Yeah.
Okay, taking that as a no.
I think she's being quite literal, Paimon. She also liked to eat the earthworms.
I might have an idea.
Oh? What do you think, Shuyu?
Once, when I was really little, my dad told me the granny used to be a martial artist heroine who saved loads of people from a disaster.
Oh.
If it's true, then maybe they wrote about it in the history books or something.
Yeah.
A martial arts heroine? Oh, Shinjo knows tons about Liyue's chivalric traditions. If anyone knows about the heroes of the past, it's him.
Hey.
Let's go find him at the Feiyun Commerce Guild.
I'm down to go see Xingqiu. Man, it's always nice to see a lot more characters than just the primary one the story quest is about.
Are you leaving already? But I'm still hungry.
Aw. We can go get some earthworms, sure.
I'll go order some food, Granny. If there's nothing on the menu you especially want, I'll just get a few different things.
You can have some of this. Look how much we have left over. We've barely touched it.
It seems we must part ways for now. The Traveler and Paimon are bound for the Feiyun Commerce Guild, while Yuendai and Shuyu shall remain here and partake of their lunch. As for myself, I have matters to discuss with Streetward Rambler.
Ah, right, that's Madam Ping. From Bright.
Rambler? Oh, you mean Madam Ping!
Yes.
Precisely. Let us meet at Yujing Terrace once you are ready.
Of course. Thank you. We'll go see Xingqiu. Is what I would say. Oh. I guess we should probably try talking to them first. Yuendai?
Where are you going, Granny? Don't you like the food?
Yeah.
Fresh milk. I need to buy you some fresh milk.
Do you now?
Milk? Why?
So you can grow up big and strong.
You need to drink milk before eating, or the spicy food will make you cry. Hush, little one. Don't cry.
Aw.
Granny, you're forgetting things again. I'm not a little baby anymore. I can eat spicy food now. Even the super spicy dishes, like their fish stew. I can eat 2 whole bowls, no problem.
Well, look at you.
Wonderful. Oh, wonderful. My darling granddaughter is all grown up.
How sweet. Well, like I said, we would go off to see Xingqiu is what I would say. But I think it's probably time for us to call it quits for today. We'll go see Xingqiu next time. Or, I guess we technically are seeing him now, but you get what I mean.